What's up? What's up? Saturday night. What's going on, guys? How is everyone? How has your weekend gone so far? Chuck Peoples, what's up? Super Shooter, Ortiz, JT, what's going on? How are you? Tac Medic, what's up? Cody Cassidy, Slosher, what's up? Staley, how are you? Paul Jones, Big O, RDB, what's going on? Anybody get your pelters last night? Your padded protection case? Price went up today. Price went up this morning. Jonathan Cam, what's up? Daughter's 4th birthday, right on. Big O, ordered no tracking it. What are you talking about? No tracking? You ordered something last night and don't have tracking? No, of course you don't have tracking. Empty, what's up? Medic, what's going on? John Medic. What do I think about SCOTUS League? I think it's designed to confuse you and distract you so that you will have a conversation with all of us and to create more confusion and chaos and disagreement and division amongst people that we don't know and we will never come in contact with. That's what I really think about it. That's what I really think about it. It's by design. What you should ask yourself is, what are you not looking at right now while we are discussing that? And I'm not saying I won't have the conversation. I'm saying that I probably know less about it than you know. And for both you and I and everybody listening, that's not a fucking thing. It doesn't fucking affect the course of our life in any way. Finally quit raining. It was pretty nice here today. It was drizzly this morning. Yard work. Got an area in yard to plant some more stuff. More water storage, stacking more food, old cast iron skillet. Right on, right on. We went to the farmer's market. Not much there. I think we got 33 pounds of okra and like 20 pounds of jalapenos. Amanda has already processed the jalapenos into cowboy candy and they are already canned in jars. She is currently in the kitchen stuffing okra in with all the seasonings into, I don't know, 30, 40 jars and is going to can those tonight. I went through the row house yesterday, broke up all the soil in all the raised beds. I think there's 20 of them in there. And soil is super, super dry. It's literally like cleaning out a fire, like a fireplace. The dust is so fine, it's like soot. Watered it down really well, and then went out today. Last night I added a bunch of rabbit manure in with it. Watered it, started breaking it up, and found that it was completely dry. It's like hydrophobic. So using like a three-prong hand rake to break it all up, add more water. Did some stuff out in the garden, worked with some animals, moved some rabbits around, just normal. But that's all shit that I do every single day. Just cut probably 30 belts right before I got on here for the last hour or so. Cut about 30 belts. I don't know what else I did. Slim, what's up? Stock traders are still pointing to China as internationally closing ports to cause our economy to collapse. This is all by design. We are doing plenty to cause our economy to collapse without China. China is just the icing on the cake. And stock traders manipulate the market, right? If you didn't have stocks, would you give a shit? If you were holding gold or if you were holding Bitcoin right now, would you care about China closing ports? I definitely see it, right? I paid $4 a gallon for gas, which is the highest I've paid in 17 years probably. It was probably $5 a gallon when I left California. But the highest I've seen it in the last 17 years was today at $4 a gallon. That's what I paid for gas. Everything is definitely up in price. Everything is very elevated in price. Bob, what's up? Went to a patch in the woods that had some chicken of the wood mushrooms. Right on. Looking at getting some rabbits. Any pointers? Yeah, go get some. Literally, go get some. Cages. You can do 24 by 30. You can do 30 by 36. The smaller cages, you'll have more rabbits in the same area because you'll get a couple more cages into that area. Or you can be like the rabbit crybabies and be like, oh my God, that's so terrible for the rabbits. You have to have bigger cages. So decide what is best for you. People have been keeping rabbits in all kinds of crazy shit for the last thousands of years. There's not a right or a wrong way. Get a good pelletized feed, start there. You're gonna see all kinds of bullshit about all this stuff you can and can't feed the rabbits. You're gonna see all kinds of shit about how you gotta give them hay. I don't ever fucking give them hay. We give them straw in the winter. You're gonna see all this shit about how they can't have a breeze and they have to be, kept warm. That's bullshit. Rabbits grow a fucking winter coat. I don't do any of that shit. I haven't for literally 30 years, whether I was in San Diego or whether I've been in Tennessee where it snows and ices. My rabbits do great. So just get you some cages, keep them out of the sun. When it gets hot, put a fan on them, maybe. You can get a solar panel that'll charge a battery and run the fan through the night if you need to, or you can just rely on it when it's, shady, when it's got sun. Keep them out of rain. You can use tarps or build a little roof over them. And rabbits are super easy to... I drink a coffee with lion's mane extract. I drink Sacred 7 mushroom blend every single morning. You can get it on Amazon. There's a lot of different ones you can get. Laying hens for 40 each. I'm not, man. I still see people on Facebook Marketplace. I still see people on Facebook Marketplace selling chickens for $5. I see people in our local groups. Anybody have laying hens that are already laying? And they're like, yeah, I've got 10 you can have for $5 a piece. So that's not to say it's not happening. I mean, definitely you can find somebody that'll pay anything almost. But locally here, there's still people fucking selling eggs for $1 a dozen here. Did you get turkey today? Bartering is life. Got 4 pounds of chicken of the woods in the freezer, right on. Traded my neighbor some ammo I'm not going to use for some 2-month-old chickens, right on. Have you been to the Army surplus store in Trenton? Wondering if it would be worth... Oh, Cody, where are you, man? Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. There's a lot of stuff that's not there, though. Clothing and stuff like that. There was no Gore-Tex when we were there. There was no rain gear when we were there. A lot of stuff that was not there. Philip Strother, what's up? Did find half a pound of morels, right on. Diesel is $5.60. I didn't look at diesel today. I have a brand new transmission that's about to go in the Dodge. And then I've got the Excursion, which we haven't been driving. So I don't know what diesel's at. Yoder, what's up? Took mom out to eat, right on. 2 hours and 19 minutes. Yeah, it's probably worth going, man. If you're looking to buy some stuff, there's a lot of shit that's not there though. They didn't have any 3-component sleep systems. None of that was there. No Gore-Tex was there. No tents were there. Like none of the two-person tents. None of the 4-season tent. Like a lot of stuff's not there. Shipping mesh pocket right on. Multicam shooting mat sleeve. We owe some people shooting mat sleeves we're going to build. Don't wait for us. Like if you don't have one on order, don't wait for us. Buy one somewhere else if you truly need one. Next closest one to me, St. Louis. Try to avoid the sea light plate. You might try Clarksville. If you're coming here, you're going to be probably 2 hours from Clarksville. Clarksville has a lot of surplus stores. And that's probably going to need to be a weekday trip, not a weekend trip. Most of those places I think are closed on the weekends. Did we get our 5G chickens? I still don't have Cornish cross hens, and I've emailed them and have not heard back. And I emailed on the same email that I had already communicated them with, where they did reply back. So on the same chain, and they haven't said anything. Trying to store firearm rights from an involuntary commitment back in the 90s, appealing a judge's decision Monday. Right on, man. Right on. Next closest one, we read that. What's up? Finally getting notifications. Right on. I wonder what the change is. What was the solar generator your son was going to try? I don't know, Chuck. I don't know. What's the one Marfugal has? That's the one I think I'm getting. The one Marfugal pushes. Terribly tactical. What's up? Multicam black, royal blue, red, IFAC. No time soon, man. No time soon. We will figure out some way to have custom order option stuff on there. But you won't see IFACs. You'll see multicam black IFACs long before you'll see any with thread. It takes way longer to sew them with colored thread. And that's an item we just can't sell. If I had 12 of them, they wouldn't sell. If I had 36 of them in multicam black, they'd sell the same day. So that'll have to be a custom build option in some manner. I was going to buy a lunch bag at Walmart. Heard PP1's voice in my head said to me, ride out and wait for this. Jonathan, man, if you need a lunchbox, go get a Walmart lunchbox. You're not going to wear it out. You're not taking it to the range and dragging it through gravel. Go get you a lunchbox to use. And then when you see an SOE one come available, buy it. And then you can use your lunchbox for something else later. There's a lunchbox right there. Not one of ours. Tapered war, you're never getting a tapered war belt again. We're not building them. The ladies that built them no longer work here. We've got tons of stuff that we are doing. It's way simpler than a tapered war belt. We never charged enough for tapered war belts. The labor that's involved in them. Like if I was going to build a tapered war belt, I would price that thing at $350. Like that's not even today's money. Like for you, if you're like, hey, will you build me a taper war belt this weekend? I would be like, not for $500. I wouldn't sit here and build it for you. Will PVS filter in the new? The PVS will fit in there, Bob. And you could probably put something else in there to keep it more stable. Yeah, a single tube PVS would fit in there. I don't know about a dual. I thought we might take it and size it more for like dual tubes. Make something soon like that. What's a good auto battery charger? Are we talking about like a jump pack? I like these Nocos so well. And these are the big ones. Like this will start a diesel truck without a battery in it. I like these Nocos so well, I bought 2 more of them. Here's a brand new one right here. Here's another one right here. And I bought one for Cody as well. Can you make the low profile EDC belt with a 1-inch Cobra buckle? Yeah, it's called a EDC belt. How would you use the loops on a low profile belt with a Cobra buckle? We make it. The only difference between the low profile belt and the EDC belt is the EDC belt has a Cobra buckle and the low pro has a G hook. Freeze-dried pepper jack, awesome. Yeah, it is, isn't it, man? It is. I don't even I don't even snack on cheese, and that shit's good. G stands for gangster. I love good cheese. I'll eat cheese. Like, I'll eat cheese if it's convenient, right? Like, I'll slice an apple. It's got to be cold. I'll slice an apple. I'll put cracked sea salt on it, right? Some pretzel chips on a plate, a handful of pepperoni, and some cheese. But it depends on the cheese, right? If I'm going to have cheese, Don Stinson sends me a smoked string cheese. It's good. I eat that. It's convenient. It's easy to get. It's really good. If I have to slice the cheese, I won't fucking cut cheese and eat it. Like, when I want to eat, it's while I'm standing here doing something, or it's while I'm at the table doing something at the sewing machine. I'm going to run in the kitchen really fast, and 3 minutes later, I'm going to be out here with some food, and I'm going to eat it while I'm sewing. That's what this plate here was yesterday. It's still sitting here. That was an apple. It was some pepperoni, and it was some pretzel chips. What do you normally keep your tea level? I want to be at 1650, buddy. That's what I tested out at last time, 1650. I want to be at about 2000. But none of that matters. What really matters is, what is your free testosterone? Because you might be at 1,000 and I might be at 2,000 and I'm at 65 and you're at 20, right? It depends how your body processes it. My free test, I think they said it was like 65. That's fucking really high. Snack time with chef. Yeah, no shit, man. Those charcuterie, Josh would present that like a fucking piece of art. It was beautiful. It's like they were laying diamonds out for you. And he would he would make us grilled cheese sandwiches, and he would torch them he had a Burns-O-Matic kitchen torch, has a big catalytic converter, so he would toast the bread on there, and he would cut the crust off for us. Man, spoiled. I miss being there today, Josh. What's up, man? I didn't even see you on here. Every time I eat cheese, I get cut. I like sharp cheddar. Did you get rain today? We had some mist this morning when I went out, was feeding animals. And then by the time I came back in, it wasn't misting anymore. Like, my shorts were completely fucking soaked from sitting on the four-wheeler. And then like the first couple times I got in and out of the truck a few hours later, because we were driving, right? My fucking seat was wet from my shorts. They just weren't drying. And then the sun came out and it was really nice. Received Inform Micro a couple weeks ago with H-harness. Will you be making any hydro carriers? If not, know any ones that'll work. You're not going to find anything that works without you rigging it up. I mean, I'm sure you could make something work. I don't even know what other options are out there. I have no clue. Will we build them? Yeah, we'll be building them. When? I don't know. Go get you a Camelback and just wear the Camelback. Go get you a hog or a mule, depending on what size you want, if you truly need a Camelback right now, and just put that sucker on there. Just wear it with it. But yeah, we will be building them. Do you believe your life is an arc and If so, have you reached peak? I don't know what you mean an arc. You mean like up one side, down the other side? I don't know. I think I'm pretty good right now. I wish I'd have done things differently from 20 to 40. If I'd have used that time, worked out more seriously, right? Spent money on less bullshit, put money into things that were longer lasting, that weren't important, right? That were more important for the future. But I mean, you can't, so none of that fucking matters, right? Because you can't change it. So what can I do right now? I can work out. I can use my time. I can do things today that change how things will be in the future for me. And I believe that, you know, every hour you work out right now adds maybe an hour, a couple hours. It just adds to the betterment of your life 10, 15, 20 years from now. So I say that all the time, right? I'm 50. So no matter how you look at it, half my life is gone. So yeah, I guess the answer to your question is yes. All gear questions out of the way. I just came in town and saw the gasoline went up 20 cents since yesterday. I don't know what it went up, but we paid $4 for unleaded, and I buy the cheap unleaded, right? That's what Toyota says to put in those trucks, 87 octane, and it's $4 a gallon. It's the most that I have paid for gasoline since I have lived in Tennessee. And for Tennessee, $4 a gallon is very high. Charlie Wood, what's up? Another run of the lever gun rigs. Josh, yeah, I have to, so I locked them all down. We built all the multicam black ones, and we are shipping them out. When I looked last night, I think there was one available. I think like on Friday night, we put a few more online. We had a few more than we thought. But we still got to build the multicam ones. And we are waiting on the tan 2-inch scuba webbing to come in, which will be this week sometime. Will we run more? We will, Josh, and I will build you whatever color you want. Whether we run more or not, I'll build you whatever you want, Josh. One's going to Costa. One I've got to send to Yeti, Steve Fisher. And I've got to send one to Peter at Defiant Ammunition. You guys don't know, if you're lever gun guys, 4570s, Defiant's got a badass round for the 4570. You guys should check it out. Josh, they sold super fast. They sold the same, like they sold within 15, 20 minutes. I think they were sold when the text message went out and sold out before the email even went out. That's how everything's been happening though. I think we're up to, we're over 2,000 on our text list right now, I think. Which is what I've been saying. I mean, we're moving to a point where we won't even have a website where you can go to it. You have to be in a group to get to the website, or you have to be invited by an existing customer to become a new customer. Like, we will probably move to a payment gate. You will have to have a monthly subscription to even use the website. Which means guys will get a lot more of what they want for the guys that it's important to. Hey, how many are on the text app right now? Just guess.
Probably 2,100 maybe?
2,100. How many are on the current email? We haven't killed them in a long time.
Like 34,000.
34,000? 34,000 on the email list. If I whittle that down to 10,000, we will fucking, but I'm not even fucking with it. Like the text app is so, like, we're selling everything before the email even goes out. What tool bag is on the floor? There's, I think, a purple thread tool bag on the floor. Tiffany blue. Multicam black, Tiffany blue. I don't know where that came from. I think it was a duplicate order. We were working on a partial order, and when they got built, the slip just went in a new box, so that just was a fall dead order. I put it online the other day. last night or night before. Remember asking a mutual friend, is this John guy okay? He said, absolutely. He thinks like you, Jay. Have you watched? I don't even know where that comment just, that was fucking weird. Message retracted. Was that a shotgun rig? We do have some shotgun rigs, maybe. They were online. If they're not sold out, I have Typhon and I have Black. And then I've got Highlander stacked micros. And I got them in left and right also. This is all left-hand shit over here. All of this. We've been building a lot of rigs. When we run rigs, we usually run three right-handers. And we haven't been selling the left-hand rigs that we normally do. These are all lefts. These are right-hand rigs, and they're for the most part sold out. And then these are lever gun rigs. Lever gun rigs. Somebody, it's a trip. TikTok is a bunch of little cunts that have never been socked in the fucking mouth. Like motherfuckers coming on your posts and telling you, talking shit, right? It's too expensive. I wouldn't pay that. And I'm like, well, you should go buy a sewing machine, right? And then for example, these rolls of Cordura are $15 a yard now, where I used to pay $13. They're $15 a yard. And they're 75 yards. So do the math on that. And then it's $200 to have the rolls shipped to you. So do the math on that. And then this webbing right here, when you buy this webbing is $45 a yard. And you have to buy a case of it. And I think there's 14 or 16 rolls in the case. And then the elastic here, this stuff here, this elastic, I don't remember what the 1-inch elastic, the 1-inch webbing is 35 a roll. And I think there's 20 rolls in the 1-inch. And then the elastic there, I think it's more. I think it's 45 a roll for the elastic, the 1-inch elastic. And you got to buy 20 rolls of that. So, I mean, motherfuckers always run their mouths about how expensive shit is. The thing is, like, when you click on their shit, there is nothing on there that says that makes it even look like them motherfuckers have a job. All ESO equipment standing up to the test. Yeah, it sure as fuck better, man. Did that OD Black tool bag sell from your dead order? I'm sure it has, man. I'm sure it has. I don't think it was OD Black either. I thought it was multicam black with OD. I don't know what it was. Guys emailed about all that shit the first time when I showed it. There's a diaper bag here, and there's a multicam black fupa here. Are we still using Constant Contact? Yeah, we use Constant Contact. We also use MailChimp. And for some reason, when we send shit to our MailChimp, and most dudes are subscribed on both, right? We have them merged into both of our apps. But some of them get to some customers, and the other one gets to other customers. There is no rhyme or reason to it. All of those emails are fucked. They're just fucked up. Those companies, their software is fucked up. Wyatt Hunter, what's up? Slim, the diaper bag's yours? I don't think that diaper bag's even online, man. Do I owe you it? I thought I sent you a diaper bag already. All the SOE equipment standing out. OD Black, I think we've read all these. Dude McButter, what's up? Gas so high in California so you can't afford to get away? They're taxing people to leave. Like how far-fetched do you think it is that in the next couple of years they will build a wall around there so that you can't leave? Do I say that and you're like, oh, that could never happen in California? Slim's diaper bag is in a box in my bay waiting for something, but got it. No, you still haven't sent the knife, the trade stuff. Right. Okay, so my intention was that what we had would have shipped to you already. I was under the impression you already had that shit. What we have in there will ship to you on Monday. and then fucking just refresh our email chain, type it, just fucking copy paste it back what the trade was, and we'll get that. But the stuff that's in there, that diaper bag was ready weeks, if not months ago. I was under the impression it was already gone. So that will definitely come to you on Monday. It will go out. Tell me what else is on that list, and we'll go for it. I did that deal because it's you. I have really no interest in that thing. I literally did it because it was you. And I don't do deals like that because they are always are fucked up like this, because when it goes on my desk, it doesn't get done. So I just don't do trades and shit like that anymore. I just don't do them. So refresh that up and we will get that handled. Got a side sling multicam. I got a side sling multicam pocket bag. Do you still make? I don't even know what it is, buddy. I don't even know what that is. Signed up with Constant Contact this week because I saw you used it. I have noticed some people on the list just didn't get the email. Do you think it's like Constant Contact and MailChimp, right? You can look on your back end and you know who opens your emails and who doesn't. And there's an algorithm to this, just like social media. So if you have a bunch of people on your email list not opening your emails, unsubscribe them. Kill them from your email list. And then the next time you send an email out, your open rate will be way higher, because if you're under, you need at least, I think, 9 to 11% to open for it to not mark you as a mass spammer, so that it goes in their inbox instead of their junk mail. And all of this bullshit is because of all the people that use free email servers like Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo. That's why. So kill your non-performers off of your email list. You don't need them, right? But they might use my stuff in a couple years. I really need to keep them. I know this is counter to everything they'll tell you. Whittle away your contact list to just the performers, and your fucking financials will shoot through the roof. Disney out there will be screwed. Isn't Disney already screwed, though? I mean, isn't Disney really already fucked? I'd be curious to see how much of Disney's money actually comes from California residents, right? Disney has a sliding scale. When the park gets more full, the price goes up. Disney does not want you as a customer. Disney wants rich people as a customer. The park, there are a whole YouTube channel, and I watch quite a bit of stuff on Disney. I'm not even a go to Disney guy. I'm not a Disney fan. I'm not a Disney collector. I like the history of Disney, especially the old shit, like the Miracles of Lobotomy. The Miracles of Chemistry, sponsored by Monsanto. Like, those were exhibits in the park in times past. They had bikini shops in the park. They had cigar stores in the park. But Disney's packages to go to Disney, you're like $5,000 for a couple days to stay on site, and that's with mediocre food. A lot of their packages are $20,000. Got any more Panic Prepper videos? Yeah, every week, Wyatt, every week. And I put up different ones on my social media, so make sure you're following on my Instagram. I put up Panic Prepper as reels and stories on there also. And those are little shorter ones. And it's usually making fun of somebody. When I take the time, when I'm sewing or when I'm doing things and I'm listening to YouTube, all the prepper stuff comes up, right? Because I click on it. It's targeted to me. And I'm usually making fun of one of those guys. Disney bucks are worth more than money now. Never been to Disney, too expensive. I've been to Disney as a child. I've been to Disney as a young adult. I've been there. And I would go now. I mean, I would like to see Disney. I would like to see the Harry Potter thing. But I don't want to see it enough to leave what I'm doing. How long of a strip of Velcro did you say to put on an AR mag? In one by one, Chad, one by one. And don't put it on both sides. Put it on one side, 1 inch by 1 inch. You can just get the Velcro dots even. Just the 1 inch dots. If you put anything more, it makes the mag, it works too well. We have a ton of toiletry bags. Order the color you want. Put in notes. You'll take something similar. Or list off a few colors, and we'll ship you something on Monday. We have a lot of them. We've been building them. Call sign Gino. You want the multicam black fupa? Just emailed you. Right on. When I get off of here, I'm sure I will see it. Harry Potter is at Universal, Charlie, but they're both in the same. They're in the same city there. Yes, Disney lost all kinds of money, and it's not gonna fucking matter. It's not. Like when you saw Disney stock plummet, you should have bought Disney stock. It's the company's been around too long. Over the test of time, it's gonna rise back up. And I say this as a person who has no Disney stock, okay? So no financial advice. Do whatever you're going to do. If you asked me financial advice and I showed you my financials, you would be very uncomfortable with the way I run my money. Can we make M81 EDC pouches? I thought we did make EDC pouches in M81. Johnny Depp is at Pirates Ride. Yeah, why is that such a big deal, huh? Why are they they are literally force feeding you Johnny Depp. What are they not showing you, right? What's not happening? Ask this question. What's his name, Zelensky? How's he related to George Soros? I keep seeing that. I keep seeing it over and over. And when you Google it, all kinds of shit comes up and says it's bullshit. But they don't tell you why that's being said. They don't have any exploration on it. So look that up. Is Zelensky related to George Soros? How much money does George Soros and his foundations have invested in Ukraine? Ask that question. Congrats on the wooden. Man, I've had that thing. I just watched that video too. It just went up. That was, I don't know, 7 months ago, 6 months ago, 5 months ago. We have a ton of videos that are just going up. I've had a ton of videos, and they're just going up. We dropped 20,000 a couple years ago to take the kids and my parents during New Year's. Took 3 hours to get from the gates to Cinderella's castle. We will never do that again. It is insane. It is insane. It's a distraction so you don't go vote. If you asked me what it is, I would think that it is to incite discourse. I would think that it's to incite and instigate things to happen so that they can lead up to not having the election, right? Even as crazy as all the shit was going on, they knew they were going to steal the election, right? They still had the election. Do you think that there's any chance in hell that they could hold, that the Democrats could hold the presidency or any of this shit going on right now, right? Fuck no, they can't. So how can they hold it? They have to not have the election. What would it take for them to not have the election? Well, you got a lot of crazy shit going on that's leading up to a bunch of crazier shit right now. Is that unfathomable? Even if you don't think it could happen, even if you don't think it will happen, just ask yourself, could this happen? There's a lot of crazy shit in these prepper fiction books and these book series and shit, that prepper wet dream shit, right? But it's all coming to be. Like, it's literally like they're reading a script. Kirby, what's up, man? Do you want financial advice? Just make more money. I said that to somebody this week. I think, is that why you're saying that? Did he tell you I told him that, Pierre? I'm like, just make more money, man. Buy a better car, make more money. Buy you something that has a warranty. And he said, well, everything we can afford has 300,000 miles. I go, well, then it should tell you something that one is 10,000. Like, stay the fuck away from anything European that doesn't have a warranty. If you Google George Soros Ukraine investment, there is a bunch of stuff saying he might invest $1 billion in 2015, but DGG shows 3.5 billion. I spoke with him also this week and said the same thing. Did he tell you that I told him that? He, in the minute after going back and forth a few, because like the last thing you want is a 2005 Porsche, right? That's the last fucking thing you want, especially at 10 grand, because every Porsche in the world is holding value right now way above where it was last year. So the question is, why is this one only 10 grand? Night fucking mirror. That's why. So I'm like, buy a Toyota with a warranty. I don't care if it's a Toyota, Nissan, fucking whatever. Buy something with a warranty. And I said, if you want something, like buy something, rent something to travel with, and buy something to drive around with. What kind of spider is that? It's a wolf spider. So, and he'd said something, I'm like, just make more money, man. Like, what is the payment? What's your payment going to be? $1,000 a month? Fucking do some more, make more money. Sell some more shit, man. Is the 4Runner dependable? I've had great luck with the 4Runner, but you're talking to a dude who only has a 2-year-old 4Runner and a 1-year-old Tundra and had a brand new Tacoma before that. Like, we've only had brand new Toyotas. But when you hear people talk about them, man, they hold their trade-in value and they are reliable. But I will tell you, like, Toyota, I've got 2,000 miles on my fucking Tundra between the last, and it's already due. Like, they hound the shit out of you. Hey, 6 months is up. You need to come in and get your tires rotated and your oil changed and your service. And I'm like, it's 2 fucking hours for me to drive in there and have you guys do it. And the truck only has 2,000 miles on it. There is a Toyota dealership here in Paris. It's fucking horrible. Like, they cross-threaded my fucking oil bolt. My truck was leaking fucking oil after they did the oil change. And I prepaid my services on those fucking trucks for 5 fucking years, right? So I don't pay anything on them. And they give me a bill. And they're like, yeah, you got to go to Toyota Franklin and they'll reimburse you. I'm like, I will never fucking come here again. You guys, and they're pretty much out of business. They had like 3 trucks on the lot last time I drove past there. Whenever other car price is through the roof, run away from the cheap car. That's what I'm saying, man. Kind of thinking outside pockets on diaper bag may be useful. Jeremy, I will look it up. Word for word, I said the same thing. He said something about a BMW. And I said hell no on the BMW too. We literally had this conversation, and I told him, I go, dude, you should reach out to Pierre. Reach out to Pierre and see what Pierre says. And then you had the identical conversation. I get it, man. I understand. He saw me do the same, and I'm telling him because I did the same stupid shit. Could they delay presidential elections during the war? I'll bet they could. Does it matter what they can do, right? Because you just saw them do shit they couldn't ever do before, and they just did it. And motherfuckers walked around with light bulbs screwed in their assholes because fucking Fauci told them to do it, right? Think about it. There's still motherfuckers out there right now wearing muzzles and fucking rubber gloves. So does it matter if they can? Garden tool bag. What would you want for a garden tool bag, Joseph? I would say a large tool bag. And look at our tool aprons. I was always told BMWs were great under warranty. After that, I think that's all of it, man. I think that's all of it. Pierre likes to point out, and I say this all the time, right? And this is what I told our friend too. I said, hey, you right now, they got this truck is 10. It's a Porsche Cayenne, right? Minivan. Okay. Well, I was with a race car driver on a track in Las Vegas, and he drove that fucking Cayenne S minivan way fucking faster than I drove a 458 Italia, a Superleggera, any of those supercars, right? I drove their entire inventory, and that dude drove the minivan way faster than I could drive any of the shit. But Pierre likes to say, he's like, dude, you can buy $120,000 Mercedes 10 years later for 20 grand, but motherfuckers still can't put tires on them because people buy them that can't afford to maintain them. Yes, you can buy a $100,000 car for 10 or 20 grand, 20 years later, but the brakes still cost $3,500. That Range Rover, I don't even drive the Range Rover, and it costs me money. Like every fucking time, do not buy one of those vehicles out of warranty. 2011 Tacoma TRD off-road, blah, blah, 77. Rough on the outside, great bones, right on. Jose, what's up? I went to high school in Paris, right on. Where are you now? 4Runner Sharp. I'm very pleased with it. I like the 4Runner. I was in it today. Drove the Tundra today, too. When every other car price is through the roof, run away from the cheap. Oh, that's Pierre saying that. Yeah, buy land. Financial advice, buy land. But land's too expensive. You're going to be surprised in a year, I think. Prepper fiction recommendations. Have you not read any of them? I would, start with 299 Days. There's 11 of those books. You can get them on Audible. Fucking start right there, man. And once you're done with those, ask me and I'll give you a bunch more. Pepper sucks in Paris. Oh yeah, was it Pepper's Toyota? Fucking horrible. Horrible. Fucking insane. Just like how disshelved the employees. I mean, everything in it. We went in there at one point we went to look at a TRD Pro 4Runner. And they were just like, they were scuzzy then too. Mortgage. Mort is French word, means death, and gudge is French meaning pledge. Yes, I've heard that many times, man. Look it up yourself. What a crazy world. Never finance a car that doesn't have a warranty for as long as the fine. Oh, that's a good one. Keeping my motorcycle cable-operated carburetor and my vehicle pre-silly smart injection so I can fix it and get home. Man, I see so many of these old classic cars, and like I see them all the time, and they're beautiful, totally redone, and they've got fucking fuel-injected motors in them now. They've got brains in them. Sign my new desk pledge next week. Right on, man. Good for you. Houses and land will crash this fall. More so houses in neighborhood. Land will get reasonable. Brian Fraser, I hope you're right. And if it goes slightly the opposite direction, the people that took that advice are completely fucked. I hope you're right. I'm okay either way. It doesn't matter to me. But I hope you're right. Thought you ditched No, I traded the Tacoma in for the 4Runner, and then a week later bought a Tundra also. I think luxury cars should be leased. BMW, Mercedes, they aren't built to last past 5 years. Man, Jose, you can get a BMW, Porsche, Mercedes. 10 years, you'll be totally stoked with it. But you have to have the cost of maintaining those vehicles, right? I had Pirelli P0s on the Panamera, super soft compound. It's what came on originally on the Pirelli P0s came on the Ferrari F40. And the compound super soft, right? So $3,000 for a set of tires, burn them off in 6 months. You have to have like, it's little things, right? I have like in my Porsche, in my Cayman S, I have like a fucking little LED screen burning out on the dash. I don't even remember where it's at. I have a little sensor in the window that when you close the door rolls it the last quarter inch up, right? Like $2,000. $2,000. Do I need it fixed? I don't need it fixed. I can totally run it without it. But older cars, right? When you buy luxury cars like that, where a normal man can afford them, they're older. They don't have things like Bluetooth in them. Nowadays they will. You buy you a 2020. Well, it doesn't even have to be 2020. You go buy you a 2015 in any of those cars, you will be totally stoked with them. Totally stoked. Will the housing market drive because they are raising fuck empty? I don't know, man. I don't know. And if you ask, you're going to get 20 people that are going to give you fucking completely one side of the fence. This is all, and keep in mind, the people giving you the advice, they don't have millions of dollars. They never do. And most of the people giving you the advice are not in a position to do what they're telling you to do either. We're all standing here. I will tell you, I don't fucking know. I always do shit people tell me that I shouldn't do. I always do stuff when people tell me I can't do it. Nobody ever comes back and goes, hey man, I'm glad that fucking worked out for you, but it always works out for me. Hope Land and Homes comes back down. Sadly, with all the new people coming in the country and getting handed funds, they are sucking up pretty much anything. How are they getting handed funds, Christopher Decker? What does that mean? I'm in building trades. It's hard to find young help. It's hard to find any fucking help. If you look out at restaurants right now, your waiters are 50, 60 years old. You go to Walmart, your checkers, 60, 70 years old. Working under me, drive 10-plus-year-old BMW and Mercedes because they live at home and can't afford the payments. Bet the older ones are way better. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. One factor about the house market people are not considering is that most houses are being bought cash. Very different than what happened in 2008. Yes, houses are being bought cash. How is that happening? Because it's not people buying those houses, or the housing market jumped so much, California, New York, they get twice what they would have for their house, and then they move someplace else where the housing market costs a little less, and they're able to buy those homes. The Big Short, 2008 housing market bubble. Soros and others are funding it. Yeah, BlackRock. Guess what BlackRock owns 75% of? Anybody know? Ancestry.com. Guess what else BlackRock owns a ton of? Housing developments. They're buying all the new housing developments that are not even finished yet. They're buying every residential house in housing developments. They're buying up tons and tons of apartment complexes. The middle class, typically you are in the middle class because you own a home, or you have the potential to own a home, right? Some kind of property. That kind of signifies you as middle class. I know they tell you all this shit about it, but if you're a certain income, you're in the middle class now. Most people don't realize that they are not in the middle class. They do not make enough money to be in the middle class by today's standards. But the demarcation is even further. You, not you, but your children, right? Your kids in high school right now, they will not own a home unless you own a home. They won't. There won't be any homes for them to own. They will be renters. You will live in the pod. You will eat the bugs. You will own nothing. You will be happy. Remember, they keep saying that. You know, they just fucking the World Economic Fund, and I don't remember who else, just signed a bunch of agreements. This week, right? A bunch more Agenda 2030 shit. Shocked the government was able to pass laws restricting evictions for non-payment during COVID. Yeah, for 2 years, man. The scary part is not the Cali people and New York people moving in with all the cash they have from selling their houses. It's who's buying their old houses. Where is that money coming? Yeah, BlackRock. They're listing their houses at $1 million, and companies are coming in right away and going, we'll give you $1.5 million. We'll give you $1.25 million. Sight unseen, no inspection. All right, guys, I am out of here. You guys have a good night. While you spend the next 4 hours with this thing in your hand, ask yourself what you're fucking gaining from it, right? Look around to the left and the right. What did you do today that you're proud of? What will you do tomorrow that you're proud of, right? What are you doing that makes, if we're having this conversation about how fucked up the world is, what are you doing about it? And is your health in order? If you truly think, I mean, if you even remotely think that the world is about to get difficult, society is going to get a little rough again this year, if you think food is, have you been to the grocery store, right? Have you seen things missing? I have. We go to grocery stores just to see if things are missing, out of our town to see what shit looks like. If you believe any of that shit, you should probably believe that you're going to need to be in a little bit better physical health. All these people that have this idea that they're going to grow a garden when the time comes, you're in for a rude fucking awakening. Every bit of everything is physical. Most motherfuckers that work out in a gym with an air conditioner on. Go fill a wheelbarrow full of fucking wet rabbit shit and walk that motherfucker around for a few hours. Go fucking split some fucking wood with a maul or an axe. Hell, go split some wood with a wood splitter. Fucking pick that wood up. I did that today too. I split a bunch of wood with a wood splitter. I couldn't even fucking pick the wood up. Like, I'm rolling it to get it on the gate to lift this shit up. It's fucking like, you're in for a surprise. You guys have a good night. Fucking do something worth doing. 2018 worked Oakland, California union steam fitter, 150 average household 2, working less than me and below poverty level. Fucking best thing you did was leave California, wasn't it? Should have planted the gardens 2 years ago. True. And I should put a ton of trees in here 6 years ago. But the best time to do it is 6 years ago. The next best time is tomorrow. Do something. And if you haven't seen them, we have put up a fucking ton of videos over the last couple weeks. If you're not getting notifications, go take a look. There's a lot of new content on the YouTube channel. We turned on super chats too, so I don't know if it looks any different to you guys, but we've put all that in effect, but I don't know if it's working or not. Good night, guys.